Um, we will be looking at the pure introduction to coding, and we'll be starting with Scratch because Scratch is one of the fundamental tool we use in coding. All right. So let's start with the basics. How can we get this software? We'll come right straight to Google, maybe open one of your browser, Chrome or whatever browser you have, and then search for Scratch Offline Editor. When you search for this, it will bring out, the first link you saw here is what you will click on. Scratch Offline Editor by scratch.mit.edu. Click on it, /download. All right. So if you're using a Mac, you will click on, it will automatically highlight Mac, but I'm sure some of you will be using a Windows, so you can click on Windows. So you can download Scratch on Windows, Mac OS, Chrome, and Android. And if you have any of these three, you are good to go. So just click on direct download right here, and then you have the software already. So you double click on it after it's downloaded, and then it will install just the way it's showing right here. All right, that will be all. So after that is done, after it has been installed on your system, something like this will appear on your desktop. Click on it, and this is your Scratch software. This is going to be your Scratch software. So this is what we're going to start with. All right, it's loading. So yeah. So let's look at the basics. Let's look at how to use Scratch software. When it shows you something like this, of course, Scratch logo is here. Some of you want to change the language. It's possible. You can change the language right here by clicking on this icon here to Spain, Spanish, Portuguese, whatever language you speak, you can change it. All right. The next thing here is file. File helps you to create a new file. This new means new project. It helps you to load from your computer if you have saved your code before. Save to your computer means after coding and adding all these things here and doing all your operations, you can click on save to your computer, and then everything saves to your computer. Edit helps you to turn on turbo mode. I don't use this, so I don't know. If you want to use it, it's fine, but I don't think it's necessary. All right, click on tutorials. Tutorials help you to learn basics, meaning you can see the kind of Scratch, the kind of sprite you can add. Let's take a look at this, for instance. Make it spin. You can see it. When you click on this arrow key, it shows you the code you are supposed to use. Shows you the code you are supposed to point in direction, and that is all. So it teaches you basically everything you need to know about Scratch, which we'll be doing, but tutorials is without a voice, so you might not understand. So that's why we're doing a video tutorial to carry you along so that you can be very good in Scratch. All right, so that's that. So the name of this project for now is Scratch Project. You can change it to anything you want. All right, you can change it to anything you want, the project name. All right, so this is code, this is costume, this is sound. Under code, we have motion. Motion helps the object or the sprites to move. Looks tells you about what they say, how they look, all those things. So there are different blocks of code under motion: looks, sound, event, control, sensing, operators, variables, and you can create your own block of code right here. So costume just tells you the different aspects a sprite, the different costume of a sprite. So let's say, for instance, we add another sprite. For instance, it could have different costume. You can see this one has only one costume. Let's add another one, and then you see what I'm saying. Let's click on Ben. Click on the costume for Ben. You see that Ben has more than one costume, and you can delete any one you don't want. If you like this one as Ben, fine, then that means you take out all other costume. I hope that's clear. To delete anything, just click on this icon right here, click on it and then delete. That's how to delete. Alright, so to add anyone, you click on choose sprite. So let's just move to this part of the, okay, I didn't talk about sound. Sound here helps you to add sound to your project. The default sound here is pop, so it just pops once. If you want to add more sound, click on that icon over here, right here, choose a sound, click on it, and then you see multiple sounds of you can just sample it here. It's a trumpet. Anything you want, they are here. There's one I love, which is dance party. Dance magic rather. So dance magic, yeah, very fun. So that's for sound. Let's move to this part. This is when the flag is clicked. So this is go. It also means make the sprite take the code, perform the code that you have done. So each time you click on this, the general action begins. This means stop. All right. So this is where to increase the size of your sprite. If I choose 50, for instance, it becomes smaller. The direction, of course, I can change the direction of the sprite. You see, it doesn't look good. So let's leave it at 90 degrees. Okay. So if you want it to hide, you just click on hide. Want it to show, want ABI to show, you click on show. All right, this is where you choose a sprite. This is where you search for a sprite. This is where you paint a sprite. And this is where you click on surprise. Surprise will just bring another sprite. It will just bring something you don't, it will just suggest for you, right? You can upload a sprite right here too. If you have maybe a cartoon on your laptop, maybe a picture of Tom and Jerry, you can upload it right here from your computer. All right, so you click here and then choose any sprite of your choice. There's so many. You see dance, you see music, you see sports, so many. I like this Hannah a lot. She's very sporty. You can choose her or upload or whatever. And then this is backdrop. Backdrop means background. So if you want to choose a backdrop for whatever we want to do, let's go to a football pitch. And you can also search for it right here. Just type football. You can see soccer. So this becomes, our backdrop. Becomes our backdrop. You see, it was white before. It was like a plain backdrop, but now we've changed it. All right, so that's backdrop. And you can paint your own backdrop by clicking on this paint. And then you customize what you want as your backdrop. You can, use the color, just move it the way you want, how you want it. And then come to feel. However you want it, you just do your thing. And if you want the brush to be bigger than that, you just you increase the font size, the brush size to 100, and then you paint the way you want. And if you don't like this color, you can just change it right here. Change it right here, and then you add more colors to it. This is fun, right? So we have two colors right here on the screen. That's our backdrop. All right, so after that is done, we can click on, I've clicked on code. So if you want to come back to it, you can also come back to it. If you want to delete it, you can delete it from here. If you want to delete the soccer, you can delete it from here. If you want to delete the blank backdrop, you can click that, and it's gone. So after that's that. You can upload a backdrop as well. You can upload a backdrop as well. Click on that. Do I have a picture here? Okay, you can use this as your backdrop as well. It's still important. You can see that's done. So but it doesn't look nice because it's not plain, so we will not use this. If you have a plain backdrop, it will be better use a plain backdrop. All right, so after that is done, we can maximize our screen. We can view a full screen. This is full screen, and if you want it back, you just click on this arrow, and then this and that, this and that, this and that. So this is for just giving you a breakdown. I mean, increasing the size of your backdrop, and then reducing the show where the action happens. If you want it to be balanced, you use this icon. All right, you can ask for help from here. You can learn about Scratch, the software, and the rest from here. All right, so that's that. So I hope you are learning something, because this is just an introductory video, just telling you everything you need to know about Scratch, from the backdrop to the sound to tutorials, how to save, how to add a backdrop, how to add a sprite, and then in the next video we'll show you how to code for your first code, and then you can learn more projects from there. I hope this makes sense. Lastly, I would like to show you something. Right here, you will notice that we have motion, all these things. We can add more to the list here by clicking on this extension, add extension. When you click on it, it gives you more options like video sensing, text to speech, pen. We're going to do a project on pen, and to translate something from one language to another. There's so many stuff you can add here. So let's add pen, and then you see that pen has been added. We'll go again and add music. You see music has been added. Come again and add text to speech. See, text to speech has been added. So we have we can have so many of these blocks of code that we can use for our project. All right, so that will be all for now. See you in the next video.